Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Void Between Reality and the Land of Hackin' Nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we are going to be taking a look at the timelines Hearts of Steel, Optimus Prime, and Starscream. And as the title would suggest, these are Starscream and Optimus as they appeared in the limited run comic book Hearts of Steel, where everything was in the Steam Age. And it was a really interesting arc. I personally haven't read the whole thing, but from what I've seen of it, it was very interesting. And we had been waiting to get toys of these these designs for a while. By these designs, I mean that design. And Bumblebee, the trains that everyone wanted, because no one wanted biplane Starscream or Parrot Gun Megatron. So here's the first issue with the toys. Before we even get into anything, I would like to show you something. This is the packaging. I don't normally show the packaging, but the packaging does have a place in my total review of these figures. You might also be able to see this. Yes, this cost $60. That sticker was left on there for a reason. But it's a nice packaging. This is actually a slip cover, what you're seeing now, but you see the steam gauges and the Cybertron lettering, product shots on the back, Autobot and Decepticon logos. This looks really nice. And then when you take off the slip cover, you have that same sort of steam punky sort of things, and you have this door sort of looking thing. Kind of reminds me of the Indian in the Cupboard, if anyone remembers that movie. And then you have the boxes themselves that the figures came in, and this looks nice. Now I want you to remember how nice the packaging looks, because that's going to be important for later. So yes, this is a 2-pack of Starscream and Optimus. 2-pack, yeah. Therein lies the problem. You see, this is Hasbro's recent trend. Okay, so we have a figure, but we're not sure it's going to sell on its own. And then we have another figure, but we're not sure it's going to sell on its own. So we need to do 2-packs. But instead of putting both the figures that people want in the same 2-pack, let's split them up and put in a figure that no one asked for. And that is the case with the Hearts of Steel from Timelines. Yeah. They split up the 2 figures that people wanted, which would be Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. And they put them with a figure that no one cares about, being, in this case, Starscream, and in Bumblebee's case, the Megatron that turns into a Parrot Gun. And then charge $60 for 2 deluxes. Do you see where the problem is here? Deluxes are generally $25 figures. So you have a $25 figure and you have another $25 figure. So it should cost about maybe $50. This costs $60. Where is the extra $10 coming from? Oh, wait, it's the extra fancy packaging. As I knock poor Ryu off his stand. One moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. That was going to drive my autism nuts if I didn't put him back on the stand. But yeah, the fancy packaging is a good portion of the price here. And then you have the figure that no one wants, but I digress. We will go through each of these figures individually, and then we will do the robot modes individually. Then we will do the transformations, the vehicle modes, and then final thoughts. So actually, we'll start with the redheaded stepchild here. We'll start with Mr. Starscream here. And I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. The robot mode is okay. As you can see, being a biplane, he has most of a biplane hanging off his butt. That's actually supposed to be down there. His butt, his back, and his legs. And then there is the inexcusable hollow bits. This doesn't, yes, this folds in, like the heel will fold in like that to kind of fill that up for transformation, but the hollowness is actually kind of egregious for what I paid. Yeah, that's actually kind of egregious. And this looks absolutely stupid. Like, this looks terrible. So normally when I display this, I do have that part down. That is this up here is the official transformation. It looks stupid. But as you can see, he does have no rays, or in this case, no Gatling guns, which is nice. Oh, and of course, I need to give you the customary look at the knob. Not only is this on a mushroom peg, again, the hollowness is kind of inexcusable for what I paid for these figures. We'll give you the look at the noggin as Optimus falls off the table because even he doesn't want to be a part of Starscream. And I can't even really show you the noggin because I can't get it to focus on camera. It's an okay noggin. Maybe if I put the helmet back up, will that focus? No? Sorry about that, folks. But another... I mean, as we go into posability, yeah, you can kind of turn the head. It's not even on a ball joint, which showed you what an absolute afterthought this figure was. Arms can literally go that far up. Cannot do a full 360, and even if they could, this will get in the way, and then that will get in the way. That's kind of pathetic. I forgot there was a shoulder pad there, but it can really only go up all that much. Swivel, bicep swivel, elbow banded. The elbow is on a ratchet, which is nice. There is waist articulation, but you literally cannot use it because actually, no. Did I just notice that? No, there is no waist swivel. I thought there was a waist swivel, but you just couldn't use it because of all the kibble. There is actually no waist swivel on this figure. I didn't notice that until now. Now I hate this thing. I actually do hate this now. But he can kick up that far and kick back that far. He could, in theory, do the splits, but again, kibble. Bend at the knee and somewhat of a toe bend. I don't like it. In fact, now that I realize that it doesn't have a waist swivel, I hate it. I think this looks goofy and not in an endearing or charming way. It just looks bad. And it's going to get worse, trust me. Can you say afterthought? I can say it. I can say afterthought because it was an afterthought. Now we'll come to the good son. Optimus here, I like it. Not just because it's an Optimus Prime, but I like it. Because it's a decent robot mode. And he's not as hollow. I mean, he does have some hollow parts, but as you can see, they're mostly filled in other than these two voids on the back of the knees. We'll give you a look at the noggin. One thing I do like about this noggin is instead of the antenna that come off his head, he's got two little steam pipes. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but he's got two little steam pipes on the side of his head, which really does give to the aesthetic. And it looks like, if you look really closely, there are like rivets on his faceplate, which I think lends to the idea that he's a train and that he's powered by steam. You got the smokestacks here as well. He is holding his ion blaster here, which will actually turn into his smokestack, and this is part of the train, but we use it as a shield here. As for posability, fairly decent. Head is on a ball joint. Because of the way this transforms, you can get a bit of a backwards butterfly on this, which is nice. Shoulders can go 360. You can also kind of pull his arms up a little bit more. So if you're going to go for like a run and gun pose, that's nice. Waist swivel. Thank you. The bare minimum. Thank you. If you get the side skirts out of the way, he can kick about that far back, where you kind of have to move him out to do that. And then he can kick forward that far. And he can do the splits. Oh, forgot. Has to... need to talk about the elbows bend. Then bend at the knee. Pretty deep bend at the knee, actually. And he does have a little wiggly waggly. Not much, but it is there at the toes. I think this robot mode looks great. It very much encompasses the train to the point where it doesn't feel kibbly. It just feels like a train stood up, so to speak. This is really the only part that kind of feels kibbly. But other than that, no complaints, really. This is a great figure. They could have been sold as a deluxe in Legacy or Age of the Primes and would have been fine as it is. Yeah, I do like it. Do like it a lot. Good robot mode. Robot is good. Good robot mode. All right, let's do the transformations. This guy's transformation is going to be great. Love this guy's transformation. This thing, on the other hand, is an annoyance of the highest degree. Okay, first things first. We're going to move his arms up a little bit and get these shoulder pieces out of the way. And then we're going to take this section and we're going to raise it up like that. And then you're going to take the arms, you're going to turn them in like that, and that will fall off all the time. And just make sure that once you get the arms up, you point the guns up like so. And you would normally fold this down if I hadn't already put it down. That up. And then there are pegs in the arm voids that will go into slots here. And we'll do that on the other side. And make sure that is turned up. Okay, then we can extend the wings. Take this section, and that's going to fold up like that. Then you're going to swing these out and fold these pieces on each side out. And those two little tabs are going to go into these holes on the plane, like so. And this one likes to come out sometimes. And like so. Like that and like that. Now we come to the joy of the legs. I can never figure out how these legs go. Or I always have trouble with it. So first, we're going to fold in the toe like that. Then we're going to fold this in. We're going to fold this around like that and collapse this in. We'll do the same on the other side. And of course, there are mushroom pegs. Can't, because like, couldn't have a shoehorned figure without the mushroom pegs, right, guys? So then you're going to take this part here Just slide that in. Make sure these pegs are facing back like that and like that. And then we're going to fold this down and over those pegs. Sit down and over the pegs. Oh my God, I hate this thing. Down and over the peg. Is there a reason you don't want to cooperate with me today, other than I've called you terrible this entire episode? Okay. Yeah, okay, I had it down too far. So then we can collapse that in and then take the legs. Can I put and bend them like that and like that. And there's two little tabs here that this is going to slot into. Sort of, kind of. And then we just fold this part, oh no, already up. Back it down like that. And there's that transformed. Trust me, I'm going to have comments on that. Now for Optimus Prime. For Prime, we're just going to take these two accessories off. We're going to take this and open it and just fold that barrel back in and close that so they can do the smokestack. Don't have to do anything to this. First, we're going to take these these side skirts here and just fold them around and in, and they're supposed to sandwich in. They really don't all that well. But then we're going to come to the arms. We're going to unpeg them and swing them back. And we're going to take this section, the head section, and fold this out. And as you fold it out, it's just going to come down like that. And then you're going to fold this out and down so that you can take the head and fold that all the way back. Then you're going to fold that all the way down on that armature and slide it in, and that red piece will go right there. Then we're going to take the arms, turn them around, and fold them. Oh, I had the wrong way. Fold them down like that and like that. Now, this is the one tricky part. You want to make sure, as you turn these around, that they lock into place right on these little tabs. And I don't know how well you're going to see it, but right there. And sometimes getting them to line up correctly is a little easier said than done. But you're going to do that and then just smush them together. And you want to make sure that they are all the way in. And when you do it right, sometimes it takes a couple attempts. But that should lie completely flush. Okay, now for the legs. We're going to take the legs. We're going to take this red bit, open it, and swing it back like so. Open this, swing it back like so. Fold in the toe like so and like so. Then we're going to take the leg section here and fold that all the way down and in. Just like that and like that. Then, and this is a little tricky, where are the pegs? That peg is going to go right in that little hole, and then this needs to hook in this panel or this peg into that hole. So what you're going to do is just kind of slot it up and in. So you want to hook it at the bottom and then swing it up, and you'll be able to get that peg in, and do the same on the other side. This all will come apart, unfortunately. It sometimes likes to do that if you don't have everything lined up beautifully. Come on. And sometimes you're going to have to take this back apart and line everything back up, which I'm going to have to do. One moment, please. Okay, so that should now line up. Like that. Sometimes this just does not want to cooperate, but oh well. We have enough. It is connected enough for me. So then we'll just take just going to try and squeeze this together again just to see if, okay, it's not going to go. But we'll take the smokestack and put that on top. And we'll take this piece, and there's 2 tabs here. And that will tab right in there. And there you go. Not perfect, but there is Optimus in his train mode. We'll start with this thing so I can get my gripes out of the way. That doesn't like to stay in place all that well. This looks like a pile of crap. This is the most it's an afterthought. It's the most afterthought transformation I've seen in a long time, and the alt mode just looks terrible. Now, I've seen people say, oh, just take off the legs and it looks a lot better. If you have to detach parts of the figure in order to make it look passable, it's a terrible transformation and a terrible alt mode. And it kind of rolls. It does have wheels. Again, can you say afterthought? This just doesn't look good. I hate it. I don't like it. It's not Amalgamus Prime bad because I can see what they were going for, but it in no way sticks the landing, and the juice is in no way worth the squeeze. As for Optimus, however, I love this little train mode. I absolutely love this little train mode. I love it. There's not much to say, and it is fairly clean. You can't really see a ton of robot kibble other than the feet at the back. This is a great alt mode. I actually kind of like this alt mode more than the robot mode, even though the robot mode is great. It's just, sometimes it's a little fidgety to get everything into place, and it comes with this thing. So let's go ahead and get these back into their robot modes, and I'll give final thoughts on the figures. Get ready. So first things first, if they haven't already come unpegged, just unpeg the legs and fold them out, and then swing this up and swing these back like that and like that, and then fold those in like so. Then you can take these bits and unpeg them and just fold in the tabs on each side. Let me move that up. Then you can take this section and swing it down. Sometimes the torso likes to come with it, like that and like that. Then you can fold in the wings and unpeg the arms. Turn that around and just turn the arms around. That likes to come off. Like that. And like that. Fold this up. And then you can fold the chest down. Like so and like so. These do not want to come down, and it annoys me. And there you go, there is Starscream back in his robot mode. As for Optimus, knock this off if it hasn't already, and just turn that back into its gun mode. Take this off, and we're just going to unpeg these and move them down, the legs, and just fold them up, or pull them up on this armature. Then fold out the feet, like so, and like so. Then we can fold this in and close it, fold this in and close it, and you have the train girl walk mode, which is fantastic. It's a train that does the girl walk. Then we can split these open, pull this down like that, fold in Optimus's head like so, and then take this section, fold it like that, and then fold that red piece flush against the back, and just snap in his head, snap in the arms, turn them down, and pull them out of those cavities like so and like so. And then we can give him his shield like so. And we can give him his gun. And there you go. There's Optimus back in his robot mode. Final thoughts on the figures. Optimus is fine. He is absolutely fine. He's a good figure that should have been released on his own and not as part of a 2-pack with a figure that no one asked for. Starscream sucks. And I am so sick of it. I'm so sick of saying that a figure sucks, because this figure sucks. Emolgus Prime sucks. Solus Prime sucks. And it just figures that have come out within the last year that just stink. And I'm tired of being negative, and I'm tired of having to rip a figure apart, and I'm tired of having to deal with this because of Hasbro's terrible business decisions. There is no reason whatsoever for this figure to exist. If this was as a standalone release, this would sell out, and this would sit on pegs with Devastation Prime and Transformers 1 Bumblebee and Movie Wheeljack for all of eternity. This would eventually find its way to Ollie's. But why is it not finding its way to Ollie's? Well, I mean, it was primarily an online exclusive, but I got this from a local toy store. The reason it's not at Ollie's is because it was shoehorned in with Optimus. And then the extra $10 for this cube. Seriously? Seriously? Do I recommend this set? No, I don't. Optimus is great, but he should be a standalone figure. There is no reason to get either of the 2-packs, and I will not be getting the Bumblebee 2-pack, even though I really want Bumblebee. If you can find Prime on the secondary market at a decent price, get it. Do not buy the set at full price. If it eventually goes up for sale on the absolute scam that is Hasbro Pulse or Amazon or somewhere, maybe consider picking it up. And then promptly throw this figure in the garbage. I am asking you to like, favorite, or like, did I do that 2 weeks in a row? Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. And until next time, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind, unless it's to this pile of garbage that then knocks down the figure that everyone wants. And I will see you next time. Angry old man is angry old man.